Got it.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Wrestler Review. I am Dylan Gott. We pronounce the T because we're tough. That's John Hastings.
I wish your last name was Dylan Go. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to Dylan, where he's finally pulled the camera back enough that you can see what holds up his green screen. That is a weight bar and whatever a child sees right before they die in a basement. Ladies and
Well, this
gentlemen.
is insulation I put in, but then just didn't put in the drywall.
Damn right. Goddamn right. Drywall requires code, and guess what? You don't have.
The ultimate it's the ultimate slob move. You do something, but you do half of it. Yeah, I wash the dishes, but I'm not fucking drying them, and I'm sure as cunt not putting them away, bitch pussy.
Yeah, I vacuumed and I didn't put a bag in the new vacuum. There's a bunch of dust in the kitchen. Suck my dick.
It's funny because this is the grand tradition of podcasting where you literally do it in your garage, but now everyone has like seemingly an office with some good lighting, and
I'm going to say this right now. I'm going to say this right now. Nothing makes me more enraging than what has happened to podcasting. And they're like, guys, it's this fun thing. It's totally controllable. Everyone can do it. It's no big deal. And because we're human beings, within 10 years, we'll just reinvent television and also reinvent things like, well, this podcast is going to need a producer and a network before it can get approval. Can I just put it online? No, not anymore. Oh, good.
No, absolutely not. No, you need approval. Well, the other thing is, it is crazy how they have basically reinvented the beginning of television, where it's like, ooh, it's the internet. You can do anything on there. And now it's, obviously. Are you on Netflix, Amazon, or Hulu? No, then get the fuck out. There's 3 networks again, bitch pussy.
Yeah, the three networks again, and one of them is needlessly pretentious. The other one is just like, go get your dad or your older brother that still lives at home, or hey, do you like reruns? Because those are the 3 networks now. Netflix is like, we only make the most cutting edge documentaries that go nowhere, and then Amazon is just like,
Netflix is just like hounding people for who got raped. Do you know how crazy it must be?
Yeah, you
be like, oh, he died. He just like combing the obituaries and be like, died. Ooh, can we make a documentary about? Oh, he died in his sleep. Click. Pardon me. Who was that? That must be. Man, that's sick. And they haven't come across wrestling somehow.
Did your school shooting have an online component? Then goodbye. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, you were one of the loser school shootings.
Yeah, exactly. You guys can't find his online messages.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been watching Reboot, which is a Hulu sitcom you should all watch. It's very funny, and is continually making fun of the fact that Netflix basically thinks they're the only thing that's on television. Like, if you actually look at their content, like they will refer in their own content to other content, but that doesn't make sense. Like, some of their, like, apparently, I didn't know this, but like some of their true crime documentaries, the credits of them will be like referential to other credits of other true crime documentaries. And it's like, what? Don't build a universe using your true crime, Netflix.
True crime's fucked too, because it's literally just like, I remember being into serial killers in high school and then stopping because I'm like, this is fucked up, because I'm literally just looking at a car crash, and now everyone else is like, no, the car crash. What I'm saying is I was before everyone and I'm better.
Of course. We did a true crime podcast back in the 2000s called Crime Review, and it was the same content as this program.
Lots of blood, yum yum blood.
Blood and cum. That's the thing that makes us happy.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, nothing makes me smile more than the red and white. I want everyone to look like the Canadian flag. Blood and cum. Ooh. Blood and cum.
Or the
Put
Japanese
it in
flag.
my food. No, I want it to be in the shape of a maple leaf.
I have a question, John.
Yes.
Who do you think? Christopher Hobson posed this to us. Do you think, when you think of the Wrestler Review, we've gotten away and like from the original point of this program, which was to only basically review lower mid-carders, and this man was such a lower mid-carder who just seems like he's a pretty fun guy to have at a barbecue that he almost won a world title in the 90s.
What?
Yeah, Brutus Beefcake was booked. Like, you can hear Bruce Pritchard talk about this, about how they were like, Brutus was super over, and we thought about like maybe pivoting off of Brett and giving it to Brutus.
Oh my god, I fucking missed this entire thing. The guy's theme song that was bump don't.
I like that one.
As do I. I think that's a fucking great theme song. I also like the way that he was one of the few wrestlers in the early 90s. He strutted. and he would walk to the ring in tune to his music, which made me so happy because I was like, so many of them would just if he was in a match with Greg the Hammer Valentine when they would play Greg's weird music, boom ching, dun, 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 dun.
Oh, boom. Here's the other thing I like about Brutus the Barber Beefcake
Oh
is
yeah,
he had the thing that a lot of shitty wrestlers have, where it's like he was carrying around a huge weapon and then he never used, like, he was just using those huge barber shears. And I kept on thinking as a kid, if this guy turns bad, is he just gonna start
that's
stabbing
exactly
people
what I
with the
thought was going to
shears? Yeah.
happen. When I found out that Earthquake went crazy, the natural disasters squished the snake, I was like, oh fuck, are we going dark? Because someone better keep eyes on Brutus, or Hulk Hogan's getting stabbed with fucking clipping shears.
Oh, my friend. Exactly. But yes, we're talking about Brutus the Barber Beefcake. And I don't mind informing you guys that I smoked a marijuana cigarette for the first time in a minute last night and basically spaced out and then was put with and I'm looking at this because Microsoft Word does count it, 11,590 word document that Christopher Hobson sent us. 21 pages.
Oh yeah, makes sense. I was because I then tried to log in, didn't get the login. I smoked half of a marijuana cigarette at a party during the Laughing
Bitch.
Skull Comedy Festival. Let me tell you this, Dylan, about this fucking comedy festival. I arrived at the show after party. Usually there's a light nibbles. Let me tell you what they had. 2 full tables of Chick-fil-A sandwiches, 1 full table
Oh,
of
wow.
chicken noogies from Chick-fil-A. That's 2 separate tables of 2 separate deep fried chicken delight, and then another full table of pizzas.
Was the pizza from a place that also opposed Roe v. Wade and won?
No,
Was it a celebratory Roe v. Wade?
it was a Papa John's. So they were
So
covered.
they say the N word. Okay,
that's right.
Sick.
Well, welcome to Atlanta.
Welcome to Atlanta, where the players play, and we say the N word, even though we're white, because it's fine.
Yeah. Welcome to Atlanta, where the players play. Well, we said the N-word because we make pizza and are from New York State.
I really like, I like that. It's like, oh, he's from the South. Not at all.
No, oh my God, that was,
Alex,
by the way,
Alex Wood, a friend of the program, had a very funny joke about that, about how the Papa John's public relations team is like, oh, we said it out. He said it. He got caught. He got caught. Maybe he was drunk. Not at all. Okay, well, maybe he said with the 8. Nope, fully are. Well, then he said it. He said it on a company meeting at
he
like
said it
9
on an
a.m.
investor.
Like, I woke up at 5. I have a clear mind, and let me say something.
I remember this because I remember asking my mom, who is a business professor, about the investor call, and I was like, "Is there any way that you're not there?" And this was pre-COVID. And she was like, "No, you're like in a room with people. Like it's not like you're like,
I like it.
Like it's like he may have ran that point by someone. So in the middle of it, when I'm talking to all the people whose money that I'm in control of, I'm gonna say the N-word. And they were like, wait. When? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
I think it's pertinent to explain to our investors that I don't view them as people.
Yeah. Do you know rap songs? I want to do that, but without any of the other stuff.
So here's the thing. A lot of people will defend it by saying it's like I was singing a song. I don't want to do that. I just want to quote a bunch of people from the Confederacy. Is that fine?
Yeah.
The Papa John's guy also, he looks the most like the CEO from Bang Energy without being the CEO from Bang Energy. And I don't know if you've ever seen the CEO of Bang Energy, but it's like he looks like a porn star that you just went to the Exponent.
No, I do not know who the CEO of Bang Energy is, but I do know who the CEO.
You don't know, dude. You got to look up the CEO of Bang Energy. He looks
right
like
now.
his entire body is covered in penis skin. It's crazy.
Oh, cool. So this guy should be on our podcast.
I don't know if you could make a worse looking man. Like, I don't know if there's anyone that,
no, Jack-O-Whack.
Oh,
Jack-O-Whack.
Whack.
Oh, that's oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah. Set your phasers to nutting. Anyway,
there's so many podcast appearances he's on.
Oh,
go ahead.
Oh, John. Oh,
talk to me about Ed Leslie right now. Okay, I'm gonna get ready. Let me get ready.
We're gonna get real in depth. Like, we're gonna do Ed Leslie.
I've taken a
we're gonna say some stuff about Ed Leslie that he doesn't know. This is gonna be more in depth than this is gonna be like
I'm gonna say this
Well,
right now.
won't do as good a job as covering the Queen's life as we will covering Ed Leslie over the coming weeks.
I want you to know, ladies and gentlemen, what brings the boys to the yard, if the yard is owned by the Wrestler Review, is our milkshake. And our milkshake is the attention to detail we do for men who never even thought to leave the path of Hurricane Ian because they live in Florida. And that man is Brutus the fucking Barber Beefcake, ladies and
he's like
gentlemen.
that. He's probably the dad of that or grandfather of the guy who smoked weed in the middle of the hurricane.
Oh my God. Let me say this as someone who's been to Fort Myers, Florida. I am so sad that that town has had anything negative affecting to it. Because let me tell you this about Florida. Yeah, it's got a negative reputation, but you know what it does? It lives up to that reputation. Yo, you want to smoke? You want to smoke meth in this fucking strip mall parking lot? No. Well, I'm doing it anyway because we just finished a stand-up comedy show, and I live up to exactly what you thought of me. Let's fucking go. Exactly right. I got a gun in my Honda CRV. What the fuck? People have guns who own CRVs in this state? Yeah, we're free. Goddamn right.
He was born in 1957 in Tampa, Florida. He grew up in an affluent neighborhood with much richer contemporaries.
Yes.
His parents were middle class and plowed through all their cash with the same education his peers had, meaning everything else was skimped on. I love the idea of wasting money on Brutus the Barber Beefcake's private education.
Yeah. So, Brutus, did you learn about Socrates?
Shakespeare's gay, or is that going to be on the quiz, or do I have to write that in?
More like George Bernard cock, bro. Or what if Ed Leslie's just really intelligent? Actually, I think you'll find I really excelled in learning about Keynesian economics. I actually just worked out that being a professional wrestler is the best way to combine my two loves, wearing tight trousers and hanging out with a guy who wants to fuck my wife.
He has 4 other siblings, and he's the middle. He's 3 sisters and a younger brother. He never applied himself to school, achieving B's.
I mean, so I gotta tell you, Brutus the Barber Beefcake, here's my prediction. We're about to learn about an all right guy. You know what? He entered an industry that he somewhat excelled in. That was being a barber, but very Florida version. And he went from strength to strength. So he's got a solid B average. This is amazing right here. So he probably knows how to use a map and understands some algebra. He could have run the WWE.
He and Hogan grew up living next to each other. And Hogan was 3 years older than him. He says they would play on opposing baseball teams, and he'd watch 12-year-old Hogan play baseball because he was so large and would hit balls so far the opposition would complain he was too big to play. But they wouldn't become friends until later. That's
what nice. A Hulk Hogan move where he's like, "Oh, I have all the power of going through puberty. Let me play with these 9-year-olds." Like, ladies and gentlemen, Hulk Hogan.
He did play against the 9-year-olds, but
that's how I read that. Is he's 12 playing against 9-year-olds? Let me tell you this, dude. I got all the power of someone dude who nuts now, dude, and now I'm gonna beat all the people that don't nut, dude.
Yeah, I think Hobson made a mistake because it's like opposing baseball teams. I'm pretty sure that's different baseball teams. But maybe he did play against 9-year-olds. That would be fucking awesome. A 6'1" Hulk Hogan just
6'1" tanned, recently jacked Hulk Hogan, but for some reason still making them play "Eye of the Tiger," even though that song hasn't been ready yet. All right, dude, go duh duh duh. What, dude? Just do it. Go ahead, Dylan.
This is fucked. He had his toes taken off and a lawnmower wheeled over his foot while he was wearing tennis shoes.
What the fuck?
And he had plastic surgery on his feet, which I imagine he has one toe that has a Florida prosthetic, which is probably just a cigarette they put on it.
Yeah, is Brutus the Barber Beefcake Florida Ron Swanson? I got the toes I got, bro.
Well, also like 1957. This is like classic play in the yard with these knives. Me and your mom are gonna smoke and fucking fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, go outside until the lights are down or one of the neighbors tries to fuck you. All right, I'll see you later.
He was a big fan of wrestling, of course, and every Tuesday night he would attend the Fort Homer Hesterly Armory. Man, wrestling doesn't happen enough in armories. Just a bunch of fucking bullets and then a guy pretending to be a dragon or something. That's what wrestling is.
Also, you don't hear about Elks Lodges or Rotary Clubs anymore, except for the fact I saw a volcano when I was in Hawaii for vacation, and there was a town next to the volcano called like Big Volcano, which meant I drove by something called the Big Volcano Rotary Club. And let me tell you, I wanted to buy a t-shirt so badly, and they do not sell t-shirts.
the big volcano Rotary Club. I mean,
Yeah.
is that gonna die in our generation? Because like I don't know anyone
For
that
sure.
goes
I
to a
don't know.
Lions Club.
I know one guy who recently revealed he's joining the Masons because his dad's in the
Yes.
Masons. That's the closest, and he wants to be
Hey,
big in
let's
local
become
politics.
Masons.
Should we? Let's start can we start our own secret society and unlike the Proud Boys, keep it only to weird drinking? Here's the first thing you got to know. You have to know Brutus the Barber Beefcake's real name. That's the first secret
Well,
code.
I think that those are good ideas because that comes from a time when you needed to dress up the fact you were just gonna get hammered with your boys. Like you couldn't just be like, I'm gonna make you. I got a fucking 72-inch in there. You had to be like, oh, the great elders of Zion told me to do
Oh
blow on
no.
this Wednesday.
I mean, why? First of all, who do you know that's going to a lodge that worships the elders of Zion?
Just came to
The
me. What is the elders of Zion?
It is the original text so many anti-Jewish conspiracy theories are based off of.
Oh, okay. No, I meant that.
Oh, okay. So no, you were actually speaking total truth. Yeah.
Eventually,
That would be
Hogan
like if
and
you.
Ed became friends. He
Oh
told him
God.
this is how they became friends. This is classic Hulk Hogan. Going to your 9-year-old point, I just want to cut you off and say this.
Please.
Hogan invites Ed to meet him and other friends at the beach. He told him the wrong time. He did that 5 or 6 times, and then Ed caught on to the fact they were making fun of him.
I fucking
5 or 6.
Fuck you, Hulk Hogan. You fucking
What
dick.
a fucking asshole. But I mean, like, dude, as far as being like just Ed Leslie accepting this guy is gonna bully him for his life, he got a good life out of it.
I gotta say that is like Ed Leslie just seems like one of those guys that's totally at peace. We have some friends that are like this that just like, yeah, I don't care.
Whatever, bro.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hang out. You're like, what? You just are gonna hang out?
Hulk Hogan's like, I'm gonna become the best wrestler of all time, dude. I don't care what happens. I need to honor the elders of Zion, brother.
Yeah,
and then Ed Leslie's like, yeah, cool, man.
Yeah, man, that's they got BLT.
He's like not really
there?
paying attention. He's like,
Yeah,
you know that if fucking I found this place, right? It's under a highway overpass, hot dogs, burgers, and ribs.
yeah.
Usually you get 2 of the 3 or 1 of the 3.
And let me tell, and also you wouldn't think that all 3 would be quality because I went back the next day and got the hot dog because I got a burger and ribs, but you can't have all 3 meats in one go. I don't want to upset my tummy.
Yeah, exactly. I had all 3 at once and I shit outside. They didn't have a toilet and I just gave a thumbs up saying, hey man, it's gotta happen, it's gotta happen.
Yeah, man, you gotta let it roll with old Ed Leslie. Ed Leslie's gonna take a Leslie. That's what I call shitting, a Leslie. I don't know why. I talk too much. I think I have anxiety.
He went to junior college. He worked as a landscaper for a horticulturist, and then worked as a foreman for a while. And
so he grew weed. He grew weed in the Panhandle, is what you're saying. Let me tell you. Let me just read between the fucking lines. Brutus the Barber, fucking hot beefcake. Ed Schlesley Leslie was growing fucking Maui Wowie and Alaskan Thunderfuck on the Florida Panhandle. He was making the square grouper, which is how they used to import weed, which was they just wrap it in a bunch of big squares and garbage bags and throw them in the ocean, and then people would swim out and grab them because Florida's fucking crazy.
This is fucking awesome though, because what he does is he basically he wanted to start weight training because he felt too scrawny, which is code for Hogan was I gotta
figure out how to beat up Hulk Hogan so this guy stops fucking telling me what all right, dude, we'll meet you at the beach at 3 a.m. I mean, that seems a little early, but I'll see you there, Tear.
I really need surgery for my foot that got cut off. All right, dude, I'm the doctor, brother, and the surgery's at 9 a.m. It's not. You have no feet now.
Yeah, like Hulk Hogan seems like
I fucking ribbed you, dude. You have no toes.
No, I ribbed you. I just shit.
I did the old lawnmower rib, dude. That's where I fucking cut your toes off. Ha ha ha.
The old lawnmower rib. Fuck yeah. Yeah, you just got belayed.
Oh yeah, 100 for sure. Hogan's one of those guys who doesn't know what a prank is. I just pranked your dog. I hit him with my car, dude.
Yeah, I just pranked your dad. I just fucking called him and then told him that his mom was dead, and then went over to his mom's house and turned off the power so she can't call, dude.
You got Hogan, brother. That's
Bro,
where I also did Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Those were also Hogan pranks.
Those were Dennis the Menace style pranks, dude, because I had a neighbor that was Japanese, dude, and he told me I should mow his lawn, which I did not do, but I said I should still be paid, dude. So then I
said, ha, no grass now, ha, nuclear bomb, ha.
All right,
Hogan.
dude. Then I just called in my friend Curtis bombs away LeMay, dude, and guess what he did? He fucking bombed Nagasaki and Nagasaki or whatever, dude.
Nagasaki or Sapporo or whatever the beer's
Yeah,
called.
dude, I don't learn the names of other cities that aren't in Florida. The capital of America to me is Tampa, dude.
So he trained at the same gym as Hogan and Mike Graham, which led him to
Oh
probably...
no!
Yeah,
Oh
talk about
no!
one
No,
guy who's just chill, and then two guys
Ed
who are
Leslie,
fucking redlining.
Ed Leslie
insanity.
is like he has the fucking constitution of a saint that he's lifting weights. Hulk Hogan, look at that guy's wife. Look at that guy's wife. And Mike Graham has just got a bunch of knives in his shorts. Just, hey, do you think my dad's here and I could kill him? You're like, what? Why? He lied about who my mommy was to him. No one lies about his mommy.
The good thing, we did an episode of Mike Graham, and the one thing we didn't touch on, which is such a good Mike Graham thing, is that he could bench 600 pounds while being like super small, which is
oh my god, yeah,
Mike Graham thing to do. Just like that's the level of rate. Like for sure, if I had Mike Graham's muscles, I would only max out at like 250. The other 350 is pure rage at his father that gets the.
Oh my god, yeah. Why do you love Kevin more than me, Daddy? Oh my god, Mike Graham is like, here's the thing with wrestling kids is that they are exactly what you want them to be. You know what I mean? What's Nick Hogan like? Well, he murdered someone with a car and showed no remorse. What's Mike Graham like? Well, imagine if someone was raised by someone who just drank beers and told you the truth late at night. And then that guy grew up to be very short. Yeah,
it's like, whatever. It's all the negative opinions you have about carnies, plus steroids, plus fake tans. Like that's what. Anyway, which is dope.
Yeah, which is cool. Get an eagle tattoo.
Just wrestling without the bumps. Those people are geniuses. After Hogan had his bones broken and was giving poor bookings by Hiro Matsuda, he exits the business for a while. And of course, Ed Leslie's like, yeah, sure, I'll be in your fucking band. So he just fucking tags along. Hogan was a bartender. Leslie bounced, which once again, hey, how about I make all the money while you just have to like fucking throw people out who you're going to prick yourself with needles in Florida.
I guarantee, by the way, that Ed Leslie enjoyed the shit out of being a bouncer and was so nice. Hey guys, instead of having a fight, let's all just go outside, be friends. And they were like, what? And he's like, I'll sing you Sweet Caroline. Sweet Caroline. And they're like, let's go with this guy. Like, I get, and like Hulk Hogan's just mixing a martini badly. He's put like, it's all just olive juice, no alcohol. What the hell, bro?
It's just a bunch of olives with fucking steroids
that he's eating. Yeah.
This is better. This is better than anything we've seen. This is better than anything we've seen, John. They had t-shirts made up. The pair also created their own gym associated with the Anchor, which was the bar they worked at. It wasn't very successful because they only really wanted one type of clientele. Their t-shirt said, bodybuilders have more meat and stay harder longer.
Oh my God. Well, why don't we make a new mug? What is that called? Sick. What does it say? Bodybuilders have more meat
and stay harder longer.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to join the Patreon,
just because I come doesn't mean I'm still rock hard.
I think we're gonna need to, and then the other, I think it should say all of that because I come. Yeah,
I want to make half shirts with so much text on them, like a full paragraph of a disgusting. Anyway,
you remember those shorts that I bought very sad in Las Vegas in March that say just do it on the ass with the Yankee swoosh that I bought two of for us.
Well, LA has a great store too. The one says like it says Eric's ass. I have pictures on my Instagram. Pretty fucked up.
Yeah, man. Well, don't worry. I bought 2 pairs of those shorts, and I have found them in my crazy moves because of bed bugs. They are coming to Canada when I come, and we're taking a photo shoot. We're taking a photo of our
That'll be the new logo.
That's right.
So the guy brought the pair out to Cocoa Beach. The first place got married, and as such, no, just 1 second. This part makes no sense. That's why also when I'm looking at this document, basically Microsoft Word is like, there's over 99 things we want to change here. Anyway, we love you, Chris. The pair needed to head back to Tampa, so Hogan would get in touch with Harley Race before returning to wrestling, who put them on to Jim Barnett. So they're like, at this point, Ed Leslie and Hulk Hogan as a team are getting into wrestling, which sounds like weird,
but the Rockers were Marty Jannetty and a guy who just went along for the ride.
Oh, dude. Not Marty, no, Shawn Michaels, and just I guess it is Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty. One of them's like a fucking guy who's determined to be famous, and the other guy is just kind of like hanging out and probably wants to fuck his family members.
Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, but both of those are Hulk Hogan, and then Ed Leslie is just also there. Like Ed Leslie doesn't strike me as he wants to fuck your family. Ed Leslie strikes me as a, like, hey, can I sleep on your couch? And anyway, you want to order spaghetti bolognese from a restaurant that probably doesn't deliver? Like he just seems like it's just like what?
Well, also, dude, this guy is 265 pounds, roided up, and just agreeable. Like, hey, you're gonna job. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
don't care.
guys like you guys don't fucking run the business. Guys like me, that sounds fine. Like, it's just, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like he goes along with whatever the fuck.
Hey man, here's something you should be aware of about me. I do not care. And you're like, oh.
So
Yeah,
wait
I
a
don't give
minute.
a fuck.
If you beat me, it's in a fake fight, right? Yeah, but then stop it.
Yeah.
I'm
Hang
fine
on.
with
So
losing
I'm
a
making
fake
like
fight.
6 figures in the 80s, and my parents hugged me and kissed me in a way that doesn't make me fucking crazy. So I don't give a shit about this. Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, and everyone has like a thing. Every single person has something in their childhood that like either galvanized them or didn't. And his thing that galvanized him was when I mentioned his junior college thing was he was making $5 a day to work for a foreman that was making 50 G's, and he was like, "Fuck this."
Yeah, and then he went on to be on television more than Jerry Seinfeld was in the
That's
90s.
so funny. And then
Like,
he just went on because he just happened to make friends with the biggest star in wrestling history.
Yeah, make no mistake. Ed Leslie was on television more than Jerry Seinfeld in the 90s. He was on television more than Bill Cosby in the 90s. He was on television more than O.J. Simpson, all the big hitters of the 90s.
And the other thing is, so Hogan, the famous story is true, shows up. Hiro Matsuda breaks his leg. Then he comes back. I love wrestling. I'm fucking do whatever. He gets into it that way. Ed Leslie has no formal training. It's just, hey, my buddy's Jack too. And he goes, all right. And Ed Leslie just starts.
Is that
like,
true? Because I heard a story which was Ed Leslie showed up and broke Hiro Matsuda's leg. It was told by Hulk Hogan, and then Ed Leslie denied it. He's like, that's not what happened, man. Me and Hiro we got some beers and hung out at the beach, and I made some lobsters.
So here's an editor's note from Christopher Hobson. He said that Beefcake's book is fucking horrendous. Great effort is taken to include needless boasting and detail about Leslie's sexual conquest and prowess. A lot of it is filled with generic wrestling history Ed Leslie has no claim to, like the story of WrestleMania and Rocket Wrestling, Jacques Rougeau hitting the Dynamite Kid. Man, I love. And then I fucked both of them. Like, I love that story.
Yeah.
Rougeau hits the Dynamite Kid. He hits the floor, and I hit both their asses. They said, finally, something we can agree on. This guy's hot.
I was at the Rock and Roll Connection. You know what I connected? My dick to this girl's pussy.
So here's some highlights of stuff that is in his book. Talking about and imagining his first high school crush in assless panties and the French maid costume. That's dope too, because your first house coach fresh is 14, so he's been storing this memory of a 14-year-old. Also, I want to say this.
It's also years. What I like about this is in no way could that person have access to her book. I remember going to high school with it. Oh my god!
I like that. Well, that's Florida. She probably fucking would love that shit.
Yeah, she's probably dead. Yeah, if it is Florida, she's probably dead. You're right.
Oh, yeah, I stand over a grave just throwing French maid costumes. What is it about French maids?
I don't know. I've never understood the costume thing in general. I remember saying this to someone who, as they were leaving a bar, just went, my lady's wearing a lingerie tonight. And I was like, I prefer it when anyone's naked. You know what I mean? Like, lingerie is fine, but like, you can't beat naked, baby.
It's very true. I mean, the lingerie thing is like another baby boomer thing where it's like, oh, I bought special clothes for sex, and it's like, we don't have the resources for that.
Yeah,
let's just have sex.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, I got news for you. We came into the workforce post 2008. You know how we sexify this? We work on our bodies. Yeah, we make our bodies more tight because we cannot afford clothing that will make us look good.
Yeah, you and I think about it all the time too. And then we'll take a break because we switched to Zoom and we're not going to pay for premium. Goddamn.
Yeah, what are we paying for premium? We do not have the Patreon support for premium Zoom.
I mean, we do.
What are we, Tim Dillon here? Jesus Christ! Have a word with yourself. My word, we don't have time. We don't have a word money to pay for premium Zoom.
Yeah, exactly. Wish I was for fucking somewhere good. Anyway, what was I saying? That's why we don't have the premium thing.
Lingerie, baby boomer sex.
Yeah, lingerie is just like legit, these things are like Victoria's Secret's trying to look at like why are our profits down? It's like because no one wants to
Porn.
buy a thing to wear before you have sex. You can
Yeah.
also just wear a long t-shirt.
It's also here. You could just wear a long t-shirt. It's also this
That's it.
very simple and amazing thing.
Mm-hmm.
We have porn now. So there's a lot of illusions about sex that are just gone. It's just like, ooh, this girl will wear lingerie. Either way, we're doing it here in our house quietly because we
That's
don't want to
true,
disturb
though.
our kids.
Lingerie does rely on you having a house.
Yeah. You're not putting lingerie on with fucking
With
roommates.
roommates?
That's not
No
true.
way.
That's not true. I had sex with someone who showed up at my house in lingerie. They had come from a place where they had roommates to my place with roommates.
Oh yeah,
But
they'll wear a coat. Yeah, that's really
they were
cool,
wearing a
but
coat. That was cool. That was pretty goddamn cool.
But that happens once.
It happened one time, yeah.
Yeah. What I'm saying
Yeah.
is like lingerie is like we've been married for some amount of years. We own a house. I will put on the lingerie I wear once a year. Not like, hey, Hail Mary one time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. If you're putting lingerie on for a one night stand, you are about to get murdered because
Or you're someone who just wants to fucking leave a crazy good impression.
oh yeah, you know what you are? You're a real
again.
trooper.
Yeah, you really want people to you really want to be like a legend in someone's mind. I admire that.
I remember discovering that a friend of mine who
Why
was a
I showed up
lady,
to every date in a fireman's outfit.
I had was
Full.
real. You know the American Apparel Y front underwear that I wear for I wear in all of my Edinburgh show posters.
I'm familiar with all of your underwear, yes.
A friend of mine, it revealed is she really likes that when her man would wear it.
Mm-hmm.
So she bought 7 pairs and would like put them out as like a signal of like, wear that, big boy. Tonight's the night.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I was like, that's very interesting. But it was revealed to me because the gentleman stood up and I was like, wait, are you wearing American Apparel Y fronts? And then he looked at me with a look of like, oh, that's what, right? And then she explained, and I was like, this is cool.
That's really nice. Well, and on that nice little fact, we're going to take a break.
Yeah. How about everyone break off? Fuck off. Ladies and gentlemen, when we come back, we're going to talk about Ed Leslie just walking into the WWF
No, we're going
and
to
then
talk
give it
more
a
about his
job.
book. We're going to talk more about his
We'll
weird
talk
claims
more.
in his book.
We're going to talk more about his book.
His actual wrestling career will make up probably one part of this I'm going to call it now 380 part series.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The next 2.5 years, we will be on Brutus the Barber Beefcake. Look forward to the real dirge part of it, where we're just covering each WCW character in depth for weeks at a time. I don't know how we're going to get 4 weeks out of the Zodiac, but we'll do it. We'll fucking do it. In that little break, you don't fucking know me at all. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back from the break. I am hopped up on Jack Oak facts. He's the CEO of Bang Energy, and he looks like a fucking criminal. Dylan, what did you do?
He looks like
a
penis with a hairpiece.
Exactly. Yeah. He looks like every guy who picks you up in an Uber that's too nice, Tesla or a BMW or a Mercedes in Los Angeles, and then just immediately talks about how badly their divorce is going, which is a thing that keeps happening in LA.
You've had an Uber and a Tesla? That's
more
fun.
than one Uber and a Tesla. I think the highlight was I got an Uber in a Porsche Cayenne, and I made a joke. So she got the house, and he went, and the kids. And then we just rode to North Hollywood in an inky and intense silence.
Yeah, I've only taken one Uber in the last while, and it was a guy who just complained about every single woman that came in his Uber, and then said his daughter-in-law will never get any of his money. He cut his son into the money, but not that cunt can't have any of my fucking money, is what he said. Anyway, that man's name was, I guess, Ed Leslie. Tie-in.
Whoa!
So this is more stuff from Ed Leslie's book. He said he has 2 rules in life.
Yes.
Never engage in a devil's threesome, and never order double pickles from Subway.
What? I gotta say this about Ed Leslie. I don't think that he survived that jet ski accident in the 90s, and this is just... he just did so many steroids, his muscles continue to move.
So he got super pumped talking about Robert Fuller's dick, and then he said he used a helicopter so hard he flew around the room 3 times.
Oh my God. The helicopter, though. What a fucking old school way of a guy just taking out his dick in front of a bunch of other guys who don't want to see it.
Yeah, it's fun. This isn't like me introducing the fact that you could suck my dick. It's a fun joke.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know, like it's just here because I'm bored, and you know what livens up
I'm
the
in no way
conversation?
bi. I'm just saying, look at my dick. I'm moving it around.
Yeah.
Don't suck it.
Like if my dick happened to get in your mouth and then you moved back and forth trying unsure if you should leave or stay, I would like that if you did that for like 5 minutes and
I
then
think
told no one.
so. I went to Humber College, specifically
Can you
in a
stop
comedy
bragging about that?
program.
Oh yeah.
And one guy described the Humber College experience in the 2000s best when he said he walked in thinking, I do want to be a comedian, and genuinely like, thank God I took this program because I get to learn what I want to do. And then within like 4 seconds, he saw a man's dick. So the
I'm
guy
not sure I
just
even
took his
know.
dick out. It
I
was
guarantee
Topher Harrison.
yeah, I knew who the dick
Yeah.
was.
So here's Brutus Beefcake.
Who is
told
the man
story.
thinking that? Was that man you? That's who I felt
Christopher
like.
Robinson.
Oh yeah.
Google that name. A lot of people come up. Very funny comedian. He has a special out on Crave TV in Canada. I don't know where to get it because Canada just makes things and then just is like, whatever, we made that.
I
It's
don't know.
done now.
Fuck you. You gotta
Hey,
get
how about we
thrift
mic the
business.
crowd? Nah.
Yeah. Can you light the stage for when what?
Nah.
The
Yeah,
lights that are
exactly.
up here? Fuck you.
Today, someone's specials out on Crave in Canada, and he's just like, they haven't handed me in promotional material except for this still, and it's him like bent over, tying his shoes in the middle of things. Oh, very funny. Anyway, so he told a story, Brutus Beefcake does, about getting a blowjob from a girl
What?
in a parking lot.
Go ahead.
The announcers called his name to go back out, and so he had to call upon his filthy Rolodex so he could give her his finisher. I don't know what that means. It just
What?
him nutting or him just trying to finger her super
Did he try
hard?
and give her a haircut? He put her in a sleeper hold? Like what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, he waited till she was asleep and cut her hair off.
Yeah, but who is this fucking guy? What a fucking psycho.
Okay, having sex on one side of a dark room with Hogan and Sherry Martel allegedly having sex on the other. The female partners had a comedy moan off, which Brutus saying gave his partner a couple stiff potatoes, and she knew how to work, so sold it well. So he was having sex with a woman,
And then started punching a woman so she would
punching her
come
in the
more.
face, and then she sold that it was okay. So you're this guy's cool is going down the fucking toilet. Conversely, he talks about a stalker. This is in quote marks because the books makes it clear that the difference between a woman following you around and being dangerous is not attractive or not as attractiveness. Bill Watts warned him about offering to fillet him in return for a picture, saying she was a pathetic little creature. The stout little hobbit looked like something straight out of Middle Earth. There is no way I was letting her suck my dick. Jesus fucking Christ.
Whoa, I don't like Ed Leslie no more. Let me say this. Where the fuck did Bill Watts come into all of it? So I was getting sucked off in Oklahoma. Bill Watts was there. I was going to come in his hat. And he's just like, you better not get sucked off by this person from Lord of the Rings. They'll probably want my Kruger ants.
Yeah, I like the fact that he was like, here's a story about Mid-South. One time, this girl wanted to suck me off, and I said, no, she's fat. Bill Watts said that too. We high-fived. Anyway, yeah, the payoff was good.
Yeah, let me tell you a story about working championship wrestling from Florida. Eddie Graham was there. He got in an airplane, and I left. Anyway.
Here's another great story. He talks about seeing the best friend of his high school sweetheart by saying she had a bikini top he could see through, stating, I could see the outline of her nippies and everything.
Oh my God, Ed Leslie, everybody. Let me tell you, man, I always got brought back fat. I got a call there from Vince up in Stanford, and he asked me if he should use company money to pay off various people that he's treated inappropriately and had extramarital affairs with. And I said, Vince, that's your money, baby. You use it for whatever you want. You want to give some to Leslie? That's fine. I'm gonna buy a new jet ski. I'm gonna get fucked on it. I'm gonna get sucked off like that fucking cool documentary series, fucking Bang Bus Bang Jet Ski.
Here's this good stuff. Here's some excerpts from his book. All right. The late 80s and 90s was the end of the rat era. I think stuff like AIDS and the rise of the Attitude Era wrestling and rock and roll killed the possibility of any new generation of ring rats. Alas, we sadly don't have rats anymore. Today, we have obsessed wrestling fans who are girls willing to do anything for us. Today, we have obsessed guys. Sorry, we don't have any obsessed wrestling fans that are girls willing to do anything. Today, we have guys obsessed with their iPhones who want to take selfies with us and sign their action figures. The funky but chunky book fanboy wearing a Bullet Club t-shirt are our new rats, and now I have to politely decline because if any of them want to flash me or hook up, it ain't happening. I ain't gay. I would have said, if I was him, I would have said they got tits, but they're worse.
Yeah. I would just not mention it and just be happy that, like, Ed Leslie's no way he's not making six figures signing a bunch of neckbeard stuff. Like, it's also that thing of like, let me tell you, I don't like these fucking people. They're not fucking hot girls or whatever. I don't know. Where's the fucking girl?
That just plays into wrestling that it's like the only fan base where it's like there's that big story where William Shatner actually hates Trekkies. Remember that in like the 90s or something like that?
There's an
And it's
SNL
like every
sketch about
wrestler's
it.
like, these guys are all fucking losers and I want to kick fuck every single one of them. And everyone's like, sign your book that says that.
Yeah, they could.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's a very funny point. Yeah, every wrestler's like, let me tell you what I hate about my job. That's the fans. I think they all suck. And every fan's like, hey, can you sign the laminated still from that interview where you said I suck because I jack off to it?
He discusses dating Rick Rude's sister Nancy and getting
Nancy
caught
Rude?
cheating on her with Greg Valentine's wife's sister, summarizing it thusly. I dated Tony, Greg's wife's sister, briefly, but then Knobs got my leftovers and married it.
Married it? Oh no, Edward. Edward, no.
Knobs got my leftovers. I fucked her first, you fucking fat piece of shit. What a cunt. Oh, fuck Ed Leslie. Oh, fuck this guy.
Oh my god, what a piece
Wow.
of shit.
We really turned around on Ed Leslie. What a fucking asshole.
I'm trying to find a picture of what is this
My
person's
leftovers. Brian Knobs. You trying to find a
Brian.
picture of Brian Knobs where he's just watching, where they're watching porn in the gym on Hogan
Yeah.
Knows Best? That's still the greatest moment in TV history.
Oh my god, nothing better than that moment. I'm looking for a goddamn photo of Tony Knobs.
Tony Knobs.
Can't track it down. A lot of different photos of just there's a photo of Brian Blair and his wife.
I don't think if you bury a wrestler, you take the wrestler's gimmick name.
But I think his name is actually Brian Knobs. Oh no, it's not. It's Brian Yardovizik. All right, this is going to be too much. This is too much.
Yes, he's very Polish. He's visibly Polish.
I guess. I don't know what that means. I'm not reading too much.
He's visibly Polish.
Whoa, easy. How about you stop man-spreading here on the
Oh,
program?
God. John can't tell the differences between anything. Is that a chair or is that a chair? It's a table, John. People look Polish. All right. This is our second podcast. What country do I know you're from by Dylan Gott?
Yeah, welcome to No, You Are with Dylan Gott.
So he started as Ed Boulder with Hogan, as Terry Boulder in Panama City with his career. He says his first match was with Ron Slinker against Ox Baker and Eric the Red. If your first match is against Ox Baker, they're
trying to get you out of there. Yeah, they're trying to get you out of there. Yeah. Hey, Ox, can you go punch this guy till he dies? I don't know if he'll die, but I'll try. Thank you, Ox.
I think that you're like seriously tabbed for something big if you're fucking immediately in the ring with Ox Baker.
I mean, you and I just have different views on what they're using Ox Baker for.
What do you think they're using him for?
Intimidation.
Really?
That's right. Intimidate Edward Leslie.
He said he was good friends with Ox Baker until his death.
I don't believe him.
No, you weren't. And then he fucked Ox Baker.
There it is. That's the other part. And then the end of that chat. I got caught cheating on Ox Baker's grave by also trying to fuck Eddie Graham's grave. I always get caught.
Got dirt dick. Anyway.
Yeah, they call me old dirty dick Ed Leslie. I wanted that to be my gimmick. Vince, here's my gimmick. I got a bunch of boulders in my foreskin and I dropped them on my opponent. Wet boulders.
Him, Hogan, Afa, and Zika would sleep in a 4-person van, which is the fucking farts in that fucking van.
Oh my god! You talk about fucking helicoptering. I guarantee they all woke up and like
they tied their dicks together and made out for sure. It doesn't count as gay. We tied them together.
Tape my dick to your dick. I just want to feel your.
Oh, like a knot, and they're like, "Oh, we gotta undo this knot." Too bad it's gonna take a long time, and we're all hard now.
We better all get hard now and piss on each other.
Get hard, but it's pee, so it's not homosexual.
Terry just kept being like, "Listen, all right, dude. Everyone get piss on each other's shafts, dude.
Piss off my shaft. It's my shaft. Anyway, they made $800 a week. That's good.
Yeah, well, Ed actually only made 600 because Hulk Hogan was like, dude, I need to make 1,000, dude. So he just rid of Ed's money.
So they came in and they're working for Jerry Jarrett, and apparently they were brought in. Ed and Terry were brought in off of the infamous Jerry Jarrett "Where are the blowjobs" statement.
Oh God, that statement's so fucking gross.
I
just asked, where are the
love
female
70s
fans?
wrestling. It is just a sexual harassment case that was undocumented for an entire decade.
70s wrestling is 90s wrestling, no consequences. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, why are we in trouble for this now? We've been doing this systematically for 30 years.
This is the fun thing about 70s wrestling, where it's like a lot of guys who say, I wish things were like this still, would get plucked into 70s wrestling and then just get beaten up by fucking assholes by like Ed Leslie. And, like,
I guarantee you understand.
Hulk Hogan would just grab their head and fart on it, but like he would wait till there was like the start of a shit. So he'd be like, ha ha, dude, now I shit on your eyes anyway. I'm going to go fucking fuck whatever you own.
Do you understand that if CM Punk had done what he had done in the 70s, he would have walked back to being fully stabbed by Dick the Bruiser? You know what I mean? Like, it would have been like...
That is very true. He legit would have been stabbed. It is funny, like,
he would have walked
like
back and one of the young guns would have had a gun. Like, you know what I mean? It would have just... Bam! Yeah.
Oh, no, 100% he would have been stabbed with a piss-covered blade, though. He would have for sure been like... They would have been like, as soon as it was like, I work with children who couldn't even manage a target, but it would be in like a Target manager's piss.
Yeah,
which
exactly.
I heard, by the way, I heard this said, and it is true. Last thing about the CM Punk thing. Why you gotta go after Target like that? But CM Punk is an old man, and it came out in weird ways when he was like, I fucked more women than you, fat ass, when the guy like heckled him or something during an AEW promo. It's like, what the fuck? You can't do, like, yeah, well, you're fucking gay. Anyway, I'm woke. I'm CM Punk. Like, whatever. Once again, like we said, when you say natural heel, sometimes you mean like, oh, that guy's just got like a face people hate. It's like, yeah, his face plus his whole way he is.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like how Hulk Hogan is a natural, could have been a dictator, but just didn't pay attention during civics class, so he's a pro wrestler instead.
He's the kind of guy, CM Punk's the kind of guy that would fuck your girlfriend and then get mad at you because you thought you owned your girlfriend. Like, what? You think you own her?
Yeah. Yeah, I do now.
Why is this bad?
Yeah, I own her.
I own her now. I've touched her. I own her forever.
Don't you understand? I'm straight edge, which I'm acting like is a sacrifice, not a choice. So guess what? I've been through more than you.
Hogan is still going for Terry Boulder. Terry told him about the brother angle. He worked with Ed, so they brought Ed in for a shot where he wrestled in a tag match against Ron Bass and Pete Austin. Bass bladed Leslie. The result was so bloody they couldn't show it on TV because they were pissed off that the fucking bodybuilders are goddamn taken over.
Goddamn right.
Yeah. Ed
if only
Ron
had just stabbed Terry.
Ron Bass then blew Ed Boulder. That was good.
Me and Ronnie, you know what I mean? He stabbed me a bunch of times. We were covered in blood. Then we said, you know what else we should do? Cover some girls in blood. And then I watched him full kill 2 women.
That's the 70s.
Well, no, baby, it was fucking crazy. It was right by the first Carl's Jr.
Then I worked at Angle with Nicole and O.J. Simpson.
Yeah, I remember in the 90s, I worked a bunch of angles with this guy, Jeff, in Milwaukee.
But soon Hogan was on the upswing. He went to work for Vince Sr., finally earning the name Hogan. Ed never got much traction. Probably didn't care. He was just trying to get sucked off in a fucking carnival parking lot.
Yeah, man. And Vince Sr. didn't give me a job, but that's okay because I don't get sucked off by girls that are too close to a fucking apartment. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, it doesn't count as gay if they're a clown because you got sucked up by a clown, not a guy clown. Who says guy clown? That's my loophole.
That's goddamn right. If you don't get sucked up by the person, you get sucked up by the job. It's not gay if I've been sucked up by a bunch of construction workers. They're just men who work in construction.
Yeah, construction workers. Yeah, you look at me. It's fine. Anyway.
Yeah, the people say it's a sex addiction. I'm just like being covered in warm drinks.
Man, Ed Leslie's the worst baby boomer fucking homophobe who passes it off as a fucking... I was thinking about...
Ed Leslie is alpha baby boomer. You know what I mean? I got this job because my friend's good at it. I've tried not at all who
Oh
wants to
my
suck my
God, you're
dick.
right.
Yeah.
He worked construction for 3 months and was like, I don't like this. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go play fight for millions of dollars, and it worked out.
Yeah. And not only that, he got 2 jobs. He got a job within his job. He's a fake fighter and a fake barber.
All right, so here's my favorite thing, John. We're about to sign off now because we're done. I'm honest to God, we're on page. We just finished page 4.
Ladies and gentlemen,
we're
welcome
on pace
to
for 4 parts of Brutus the Barber. I think Hogan
4.
got 3.
No, Hogan got 4. The Hulk Hogan saga we did on the wrestler review is the stuff of Matt. One episode's like 2.5 hours long.
They're all that long, and I think that's the best work we've ever done. And the other thing about it is we're never doing that long episodes again because
Abyss is the one that I think Abyss is our greatest work.
Well, that's us live figuring out how many times he just lost to Raven.
Oh my God, I couldn't believe that was 6 years ago, and I still can't believe he lost that much to Raven.
So thanks very much for listening, guys. Obviously, you can get us at Wrestler Review on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. We're uploading stuff more to our YouTube channel there. Soon, we're going to make all of our episodes on the main feed because we're going to more time. Basically, my son has daycare now, so I can like once again sort of produce content.
Yeah.
So we're
going to
chat a week. Try and hold us. I always hate saying this because then we just don't do it. But anyway, we're gonna try and hold us this. Please message us a chat per week and catch up on the $25 tier of people who you guys wanted us to review a million years ago.
Also, we are going to start uploading all of our back episodes onto our YouTube channel for you to listen at your delectation. We're just trying to get some.
What that means is also old
ahead.
Episodes we're just gonna bulk make public.
Yeah.
So
all of the old video episodes we're gonna basically our back catalog is all getting up onto YouTube at some point in this or next year, very slowly, and then we will be trying to provide more Patreon content for those that pay for the Patreon that will have access to our back catalog because
And also, I'd like to mention, please tweet at us with your favorite episodes. I know you've done this before, but tweet at us with your favorite episodes. Tweet, Instagram comments, whatever, and I'll put those up first.
Yeah. And then suck our dicks.
And then watch us piss. I'm at Dylan God on every social media account. And John's at the John Hastings.
At Hot Piss Johnny.
Ooh, yes. Thanks so much for listening, guys. We hope you liked the first part of Brutus the Barber Beefcake. We're going to be doing this for a whole 7
more parts.
I mean, he's the perfect wrestler.
Ladies and gentlemen, who else is excited for the Booty Man? See you next week.
Bye-bye.